Yeah. That's the thing about Nicodemus and him and Jesus talking and shit. Them niggas was blowing a good blunt and shit, and they was chilling. Jesus rolled up and shit. Jesus hitting the weed, blowing that holy breath and shit. Nicodemus walk up talking that shit and shit. Jesus like, man, god damn, man, y'all niggas don't never be listening, bro. And he telling Nicodemus like, listen, man, you want to live forever, you have to understand and get this parable. And he was telling him, man, you gotta have children. You have to not only have children, but you also gotta be born pure. You have to go through the fire, go through the, go get back in that water again, which is to be baptized in the primordial waters of Mama. All right. The intelligence of the celestial waters is what as seen means. The ESS is intelligence. The aim on the end of the word, you break it into syllables, it means celestial waters. It's dealing with the heavens. It's dealing with Mama. And some of them scrolls, that nigga Christ taught about his mother. But that's what the seventh day is. Tupac told you, turn around for me one more time. Heaven ain't hard to find. Dr. Ben said, name a place in the earth that the black man don't want to be other than with his black woman, which is heaven herself. That's what heaven is. Though they hadn't studied the spiritual aspects of dealing with alchemical thoughts and the transmutation of energy, obviously they were doing it and didn't know what it was type shit, but they were blocking themselves off of the other half of the knowledge. When it says knowing is half the battle, so what's the other half? And the other half is Mama. It's the seventh day. But the Christ consciousness was not in the earth. Each age, the Christ consciousness comes into the earth. And I learned this from being on a dude's panel named Scrappy, my first TikTok. And one of the women came in there, this oracle, and she could see me, she can hear me. I'm crying and shit, and we live. I'm one of them. I didn't give a fuck who knew I was crying. I fuck them all. But she heard me crying, and she said, "Yo, you are like this, and you are this." But she was equipping me and activating me then. And she was like, yeah, this is this blue moon. Then I said, oh shit, so the moons is significant. And I was transforming then, but she was telling me many things, no different than y'all